Community, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope everybody's doing okay, ready for the day, ready for the session. Let me just unblock or open up the chat so that you can start throwing your comments in there. If you can hear me and see me, please drop a sharp reaction sign just to see if you're all on the same page. Okay, some sharp signs. Good. Some good sharp signs. Perfect. So you're all on the same page. We have a few announcements. First announcement is weight loss, not the next weight loss challenge. It's going to be this coming Monday, right? So I'm going to break it down later on after this presentation. And then what else? The second group, right? So the announcements group, many of the members are part of it already. If you are still not in the announcements group where me and the other coaches announce the challenges, announce the sessions, announce the recordings, announce for the day. If you're still not part of that group, please hit up Brescia, right? Brescia is our admin team. She's going to help you via WhatsApp, right? So let me just drop the link in the chat. You will just copy and paste and you'll go straight to the WhatsApp, right? Yes. Let me just drop this very quickly so that we can get started. Today's going to be an info. It's going to be more interactive. I want to hear your story. I want to hear your experience with your weight loss journey, but there will still be a lot of great information. I want to tag along from Tandega's session that she had last week. A lot of members enjoyed it. A lot of members learned a lot, so I also want to teach you, but I also want to make it a bit more interactive, so if you've got questions, please reserve your questions towards the end, right? Because we're going to open up for Q&A. I want to hear your story, okay? So I've dropped the WhatsApp link in the chat. If you can't see it, I'll ask Prisha to send it to you right here. Okay. So for the new members, welcome. If this is your first community session, welcome to the session. If you're not familiar with the sessions, why do we do this? Why are we here on a Saturday? The journey is quite simple. Actually, the plan is simple. The journey can be tricky. The plan is simple because no gym, no diet, no. Let me do this quickly. No gym, no diet, no supplements, right? So you can still live more or less a normal lifestyle. The only difference is that now you have a bit more intention, right? You're not going to the gym, but you can still be active by doing your steps. You're right. You're not taking supplements, but you are still fasting, right? You're not on a diet, but you're still tracking your calories. So there's a method to it. But as much as the plan, it is so simple to understand, so simple to apply, you still go through multiple challenges within your journey, right? Some challenges are outside of you. So this is the stuff that you cannot control, your family, your work, load shedding, traffic, all the stuff that you cannot control. And some of the challenges are internal, your personal beliefs, right? Your personal challenges, your personal experiences when it comes to weight loss, right? What do you believe about weight loss? Those type of things tend to pull you away within your weight loss journey. So we are here to firstly, I'm here to coach you, but there's two sides to coaching. Okay. When it comes to coach, I need to remind you why you started your journey. What is your internal motivation? We all want to lose weight, but we all want to lose weight for different reasons. Some people want to lose weight for health. Some people want to lose weight for lifestyle. Some people want to lose weight for confidence, improve their relationships. Those are the internal motivations. I'm here to remind you why you started your journey in the first place. The second reason is to prevent you from going back to your old ways. People tend to go back to their default settings. Once they experience a little bit of discomfort, a little bit of challenges, a little bit of tough times, they tend to just give up, overeat, go back to the internet, make more excuses. My job today, specifically on the Saturday and the Wednesday sessions, is to prevent you from going to your old ways and to remind you why you're here in your journey. Okay. I need more thumbs up. Can you see the screen? I've just shared my screen. You should be a blue screen and with a big banner that says anti-diet weight loss community. Can you see the screen, guys? Sharp signs. I'm assuming you can hear me loud and clear. Let me have a sip of my coffee. I'm still fasting, guys. I'm still in the journey with you. Okay, nice. Right. So if you've been like me, you've been progressing within your journey. You've lost some weight. You're feeling healthier. People are seeing your progress. It's fine when you start your journey, any type of journey, any type of transformation type of journey, could be through money, school, finances, but specifically when it comes to health and fitness, weight loss, people don't really have much comments. When you say, guys, I wanna really make this year my year of fitness and health. Guys, I really wanna lose weight, guys, I'm going back to the gym. People might say, okay, okay, good luck, and they just leave it there. But once you start progressing, once you start losing the weight, you feel the difference. People can see that what you've been doing works. They tend to share comments. Some comments are good and positive, like, wow, you're doing well, keep on pushing. I'm happy for you. You're really consistent. This is really impressive. And some comments is more like projecting. Some comments are just half truth. Some people just share their myths about weight loss or health. It tends to become quite overwhelming and you get all this information through comments, myths, conversations that with the people around you, some on the internet, some at work, some with your family members, and it tends to create a lot of confusion, right? I've been getting a lot of comments even more now since I lost a lot of weight. Some people still say, oh, no muscle memory. No, you're lucky you're a man. If you lose too much weight, it's still unhealthy. All those, some of them are half truths, some are myths, some are just straight lies, some of them are truths, 100% truths. And for today's topic, I want us to discuss those misconceptions, those lies, those myths, so those half truths. Some of these things, you share them with me in the DMs, in the inbox. Some of them you're probably still holding on to them. And once you experience it in your personal weight loss journey, you're going to need that clarity and that information to really know what you're going through. Is it specific to me or is it a normal thing? Okay, because once you start losing weight, people are watching, people are going to ask questions, and you should be able to answer it to the best of abilities. So today I'm going to talk about the top 10 misconceptions about your journey, weight loss journey, myths, lies, comments, the stuff that you believe. When I talk about that, remember, I want to make this a more of a conversation type of session. So leave your comments towards the end. I want to have a nice Q&A, a nice conversation with the members. Tell me what you're going through. Is it different? Is it normal? So that I can help you. Because a lot of the stuff that I'm experiencing now, I thought I wouldn't experience, but now I'm actually experiencing it. So we're all going to learn. So the top 10 misconceptions about your journey, your weight loss journey, the bare minimum, losing weight, all that, separating fact from fiction in the world of health and fitness. Get ready to challenge what you thought you knew about weight loss, okay? Muscle building and optimal wellness, okay? So let's go with the first misconception, right? I've heard, some of you probably heard about the whoosh effect. What does it really mean, right? What is the whoosh effect? The whoosh effect is a myth in terms of people think you're just losing weight rapidly, right? That is the myth. As you can see, it says the word cessation means fat is rapidly leaving your body after weight loss plateaus. It's a myth. It doesn't really work that way, right? The reality of the whoosh effect, right? It's simply fluid shifting out of your fat cells. It's not instant fat loss, right? Fat loss is gradual, it's systemic, it's a process that happens over time, not overnight. Usually after 2 weeks, you should start feeling a difference, but you don't go from today I announced to the world that I'm going to start my weight loss journey. Tomorrow you start losing 2 kgs. It doesn't work that way. And when you lose fat, the cells temporarily fill with water before shrinking. The whoosh occurs when the water is finally released. So let me tell you something interesting about fat cells. Something very, very interesting. So your fat cells, your fatty acids, your fat cells, they never decrease, right? If, let's say, for example, in high school, matric, 18-year-old, you have 10 fat cells. For example, you have 10 fat cells, and then you go to varsity. In varsity, you're not exposed to alcohol, you're not exposed to Uber Eats and all that. You have more freedom, you gain weight. Those 10 fat cells turn into 15 fat cells. Okay? Graduate, you get a job. Now you have even more access because now you have a paycheck, you have a salary. Now you can buy all the stuff that you want. Okay, so those 10 fat cells that were in high school, they became 15 fat cells in varsity, and then they became, let's say, 25 fat cells in when you start working, right? And then earlier this year, you bumped into my page, you realized, hey, this guy's doing this Douglas Scorer challenge. I want to start losing weight. I want to join my journey with him because I've gained a lot of weight from when I was 18 in high school to when I'm 23 starting my first job. Gained a lot of weight. You are now having 25 fat cells from 10 to 25. Once you start the program, you start losing weight, the bare minimum, everything. Those 25 fat cells, they don't go to 24, 23, 22, 20, 21. They don't decrease. They actually shrink. That is why if you're constantly restarting your weight loss journey, it is always harder compared to the last journey. Because every time that you gain weight, you're just adding the fat cells. And once you start losing the weight, those fat cells don't disappear, they just shrink. And with the whoosh effect, once those fat cells shrink, fluid like water gets into the muscles, okay, into those fat cells, and then you experience the whoosh effect. Okay, so with fat cells, just the interesting information, they never decrease, they just shrink. They just shrink. So that is why there's this funny meme on social media that lady says, guys, whatever you do, don't get fat. I'm sure you've seen that meme somewhere. It's always harder if you're always restarting. It's better to find a sustainable way to reduce the weight, build the habits, become that person who can maintain the weight off so that you can maintain the fat cells that you have currently. Like I said, they don't disappear, they just shrink. And that is the whoosh effect. That is why even Millicent during the Wednesday session, a fellow member within the community, I'm not sure if she's in today, but she said, Coach, I've been struggling with weight. I've been in the community for about like 2 months. I feel the difference. The centimeters are going down around my waist, but the scale is stuck. The scale is not moving at all. Jiggy Jiggy this week, she went to the doctor. She lost about 3 point something kgs of weight. That is the whoosh effect. So that's number one. Some of you have probably experienced it. Some of you are still not sure about it. Leave your questions. We'll talk about them a bit later on. The second one, muscle memory. So this one's been, a lot of people have been spamming this muscle memory within my comment section. Coach, you like you got muscle memory. I remember this guy who has a coach for many, many years. It's going to be easier for him. No, right? No. Muscle memory. What's the connection between muscle memory and weight loss? Muscle memory, what does it actually do? Simple. Helps you regain muscle faster after taking a break from training. Simple. It just helps you get stronger, build muscle faster, not easier because you still have to push yourself at the gym. You still need to eat for your goal, right? What does what it doesn't do, what does muscle memory doesn't do, right? Let's clarify. Muscle memory doesn't directly cause fat loss. You heard that. Muscle memory doesn't directly cause fat loss. Weight loss depends on entirely, right? Entirely, 100% on maintaining a calorie deficit over time. August 4th, when I started my Scotta journey, until September, mid-September, I lost 9 kgs. Not because of muscle memory. I wasn't exercising. I didn't do no push-ups. I didn't do no sit-ups. I didn't do no squats. All I did was maintain a calorie deficit by just doing the bare minimum, which is what you're doing right now, the fasting, the steps, and the calories. Muscle memory only applies to me right now. But if you look at the bottom line, it says muscle memory aids strength, recovery, and muscle rebuilding. But fat burning requires consistent calorie management. Consistent calorie management. That's why you'll find those guys in the gym getting stronger, getting fitter. You can see the shape that this person has some muscle, but that muscle doesn't look clean. They don't have like an impressive physique. They look like they gym, but it's not like, wow, this guy looks really good. It's because, cool, they've built in the muscle. They probably applied muscle memory. They maybe took the entire winter off. Now they're coming back to the gym. They're getting bigger, stronger, faster, all that. But if you're not in a calorie deficit, managing your calories for a long period of time, you won't see the changes. So for those people who are saying muscle memory, coach, you are lucky, I am not lucky. I just followed a sustainable plan by not going to the gym, making sure my appetite is low, my cravings are low. I do my steps, I do my fasting, and that's why I lost weight. Now, since I've been in the gym, today's going to be my second day at the gym. That's when the muscle memory is going to come in. But I still need to push myself. I still need to eat for my goal. I still need to maintain a calorie deficit. So remember that, guys. If someone says, oh, that guy is just like your muscle memory, tell him this. Tell him this, right? This session, I'm gonna clip it up. It's gonna be on social media. Send him this clip. Okay? That's number two. Number three. Here's number three. Number three is spot fat reduction, the biggest myth in fitness, right? Which means people always ask me, Coach, I want to lose weight specifically in my belly. I want to lose weight specifically in my arms. Coach, I've got a big face. You know, I feel like I've got a lot of warts, a lot of fat in my face. I want to lose weight just there. right? My glutes are nice. I've got nice curves, right? My arms are good. Hey, but Mkaba, the belly is a problem. Coach, I just want to lose my belly. You can lose your belly, but not naturally. I remember this other time a lady within my Instagram. Time to time, I always leave that thing of ask a question. There's a lady who asked me exactly this, Coach, I look good, I feel great. I want to lose weight. I've got nice curves. I'm curvaceous. I just want to lose my belly. And I told her that, hey, for my coaching program, for my community, but also naturally, weight loss doesn't work that way, right? Weight loss, fat loss occurs evenly across your entire body. Your body will lose weight wants to lose weight evenly based on your genes and your calories. So you cannot do 1,000 sit-ups to make your belly go down, right? You cannot do 1,000 squats to remove the cellulite, the excess fat around your thighs. You need to maintain a calorie deficit, and also your genes will determine how you lose the fat. Okay, targeting fat loss in specific areas like the belly through like exercise, like sit-ups and crunches, it doesn't work. That's the misconception. And when I told that lady that, hey, my program, my coaching style, my community, it won't help you get closer to your goal. If you're really serious about your goal, and I realize that people, they will say that they want something, and if you give them the solution, it's like they don't like it. So that tells me that you just wanted to tell us that you want to go, but you don't want to actually walk the walk. You just want to talk the talk and walk the walk. I told her that if you want to just reduce the belly around the fat around your belly, naturally, I can't do it. The gym won't do it. Probably even dieting won't do it. You need to go find a solution like plastic surgery, those type of things, where they suck the fat out, pull the fat out, reduce the fat out, cut the fat out, specifically in this area. If you want to do it naturally, cool. Come to the community. We'll do it like this, naturally, where your body loses the weight all over. But if you just want to lose this part only, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. So this is another one, spot fat reduction. Reducing fat in specific areas only, it doesn't work naturally. It's a misconception, and the science proves it. You cannot choose where your body burns fat from. Focus on full body workouts and consistent calorie deficit for real results, right? Just follow the bare minimum. Another one, detox teas and weight loss. Is this marketing or is this science? Which one is it? So what does detox teas do? They actually do more harm than actually good, specifically if you want long-term sustainable results. Okay, so let's see. What does the science says? The detox teas cause temporary water loss through a diuretic effect. So diuretic just means your body removing excess water from the body, right? There's certain supplements you can take from that, certain herbs you can take from that, there's certain things you can do to remove the excess water from your body, right? But if you remove that excess water, guess what? You're also risking yourself from dehydration, digestive problems, cramping, and your electrolyte imbalance. So that is why most people think, oh man, I'm having this detox tea that tastes horrible and I feel bad. You think it like it's actually working. It's actually removing the toxins. No, you're just removing the excess water, which will show on the scale. That's why you feel like they do work, right? You start feeling bad, digestive problems, cramping, your electrolytes start having hunger headaches. You feel like it's working, but no, this is just a natural response of taking something that is like a diuretic detox teas, right? What they don't do, they don't burn fat, right? They don't boost metabolism long term. They don't create a sustainable weight loss. Any weight loss, any weight lost returns quickly once you stop. So it's a short-term solution. If you're lucky enough, you look good for a month. From the second month, you'll start gaining the water, the fats again. So I remember when I was still a personal trainer, um, me and my colleagues will laugh about, hey, people don't know about these because they were quite popular back then. The slim teas, the belly teas, whatever, they're quite popular years ago. Like people don't know that these teas, they also have a laxative effect. And if you start abusing and taking them in excess, the toilet is going to be your best friend. And you think that you're losing weight, but no, you're just clearing your digestive. You're just losing all that water and has a laxative effect. Me and my colleagues used to call them poop pills. They make you poop. They don't make you lose weight. Actually, they help you lose weight because poop is a matter and it will show in the scale, but they don't help in weight loss. So don't fall into this, guys. Make sure you don't fall into this. Because if you're looking for sustainability, this will never work. Another one, carbs make you fat. I used to believe this, funny enough. Even though I was a professional years and years ago, I used to believe it because I didn't know. Well, I just liked, I was actually quite ignorant. Let's just put it like that. I was, I was, um, I was knowledgeable, but I liked the experience, you know? So what do carbs do? Carbs are essential for energy. Essential meaning very important. Carbohydrates fuel your brain, your muscles, and your daily activities. Fun fact, your body loves carbs, right? It loves carbs to fuel your brain, it loves carbs to fuel your muscles and your daily activities. They are not the enemy. I'm sure Tandeka mentioned it in last week's session about foods and dieting. Food is not the enemy, right? Excess calories, overeating, cheat days, bad relationship with food, that's what causes weight gain, right? Not carbs, not fats, not proteins. Your relationship with food, your understanding of food will cause the weight gain, especially if you're following a lot of these misconceptions and lies and myths. Complex carbs support your goals. Whole foods, guys, whole grains. It's funny if you just go from high processed carbs to just whole food carbohydrates, your body just feels so much better because now you're also getting the vitamins, the nutrients, the fiber, you feel fuller for longer, and just makes everything so much easier. Timing and quality matters. You know, this is excellent if you really want to break a plateau. How you eat your carbs, when you eat your carbs, and the types of carbs will help you usually to break a plateau. Okay? Usually. I'd say 80 to 90% of the times. If you've hit a plateau, even though you still maintain a calorie deficit, you're still fasting, you're still doing the bare minimum, and you've hit a plateau, you're no longer progressing, you may need to change your food options because now your body wants to maximize and start using healthier whole foods to help you recover, lose weight, optimal performance, and everything that's good, right? So fats, not fats, carbs, don't make you fat. The only reason why this was even a trend because most people's diets, they the big chunk of their diet, the biggest percentage of their diet is carbohydrates. So if you just remove or reduce the carbs that you eat, automatically you put yourself in a calorie deficit. And people don't understand what is a calorie deficit. Calorie deficit just means eating less or moving more. So if you remove a large portion of a specific food that you generally eat, yes, you will lose weight because you're in a deficit, not because of carbs are the enemy. Okay, let's go to another one. Another popular one, right? Muscle weighs more than fat. Let's clarify the confusion. So, same weight, different volume. 1 kg of fat is equal to 1 kg of muscle. The only difference that it looks a little bit different because muscle is more dense. It's more dense. Have you ever looked at a chicken breast, a cooked chicken breast, and then you cut like it's cooked and cut it in half, and you look inside? There's many of those. I forgot. Is it inklings? Yeah, it's like just like this, and they're quite thin and they're quite dense, They're like this because there's no fat in it, right? And that's how muscle is. Fat is like a thick, gooey liquid. You've seen fat. You've seen fat in, let's say, after like I was last week, just hear my too much information. Last week, I was at home, there's a family gathering, and I was slaughtering, and was slaughtering a sheep, and it was a fat sheep. Slaughtered it, you can see the fat. You can see it's thick and it's all over the place, and you can squish it. Some parts are quite hard. That's how fat is. So that's why somebody who's 80 kgs, lean, muscular, is going to look different from somebody who's 80 kgs, just fat. They could be the twins, same mother, same father, right? Same weight. The only difference that this one has been working out for years. This one has been living a sedentary lifestyle for years. They both weigh the same. Let's say both weigh 80 kgs. Just this one looks smaller because the muscle is dense, short, and this one is 80 kgs of fat, and they look much bigger. Everything is just so much bigger, but it still weighs the same, guys. That is why it's very important to track your progress, not only using your scale, specifically for the members who like going to the gym, who are going to the gym, who are lifting the weights while doing the bare minimum, while doing the fasting, the steps, and the calories, to measure your progress, not only with the scale, but with pictures, right? Waist measurements, even clothes. It shows you that, okay, the scale is the same, but now since you've started doing a bootcamp class at the gym, or you've started lifting weights at the gym, the scale's not really moving, but man, you can feel the difference with Diamond. I feel lighter. And man, the clothes are loose. What's going on? It's because the muscle that you're building is more dense and the fat is slowly disappearing, even though on the scale, it doesn't prove anything, still stays the same. Your weight might stay the same, or increase while still losing fat and gaining muscle. This is actually progress, right? This explains why clothes fit better, you look leaner, even when the scale doesn't budge. Track measurements, photos, and how you feel. How will you feel will never lie. You go into the mirror naked and you can see that, okay, something is happening, even though the scale is going down. It's not moving at all. That's progress. What you see in the mirror will never lie. Okay? Another misconception. Scale fluctuations, right? Your scale tends to fluctuate many times. I've seen it in the community where I tell the members, and I know a lot of you are still breaking the rules. So there's one member, I think it was Tato. I spoke to her this past Wednesday during the session, and she mentioned that, hey, coach, I know I wasn't supposed to weigh myself. Hey, coach, I wasn't supposed to do this. Hey, but I did it. But the good thing is I lost weight. All right. And I've seen it many times within the community. Members literally make payment today. They send in their pictures today they weigh themselves today, let's say they're 80 kgs. Tomorrow they start the plan, they start working the plan, they're part of the community. And then let's say today's a Saturday, let's say by Monday or Tuesday, the scale has went up 1.5 kgs. And they automatically panic. Even though I told them don't weigh yourself, they automatically panic. Hey coach, I think the calories are too much. Hey coach, maybe the 10,000 steps is giving me a weird effect. Hey coach, I don't think the fasting works for me. No. There are multiple factors that determine the number on the scale. Water retention, sodium intake. If you have an extra wing, right? Extra zinger wing full of sodium, you hold more water. If you have a bag of Doritos, a full big bag, Netflix and chilling, just eating, and you weigh yourself, that sodium is going to hold on to the water. And while you're eating those Doritos, you're more likely to be thirsty. You're going to have more liquids. Also, your hormones, right? Inflammation, right? Inflammation is caused in multiple different ways. It's just the result of excess stress to the body. If you're constantly sick, your body has inflammation. If you're always eating processed, highly processed food, ultra processed foods, right? Your body has inflammation. Okay? Hormones. If you're not sleeping, if you're not don't have a good sleeping habits, sleeping arrangements, it will affect your hormones. Ladies, you already know what your hormones do. I don't have to say much, right? Guys, if you're constantly stressed, doesn't matter how much you gym, how much you sleep, how much you eat, but you constantly stress, that affects your hormones and causes inflammation and may cause a 2 to 5 pound daily swings. It's about 1 to 2.5 kg swings every day, up and down, right? Food intake, physical weight of food, right? Certain foods are heavier, like carbohydrates, right? Carbohydrates, remember the last word of carbohydrates, water. Your body likes to hold on to water. The more carbs that you eat, it will affect the scale. Hormonal changes, like I said, monthly cycles, stress, lack of sleep, right? Impacts the number on the scale, right? You need better metrics to measure your progress. Like I said earlier, right? Pictures, clothes, track your measurements. How do you feel? How's your performance at the gym if you are exercising, right? It is very normal. Why? The scale changes daily. It changes daily. Right now, you're on your weight loss journey. Right now, maybe the scale is up. Does that mean you are a failure or loser? You're no longer losing weight? No. You're just following how the plan usually works. The scale fluctuates, but over time, it should be going like this. Like, I wish I should show you a picture where you started here, you should be getting here. In 30 days, there should be a difference. Even though it's ups and downs, peaks and valleys, right? You gain 1 kg, you lose 2.5, something like that. After 30 days of consistency, there should be a downfall, right? A swing down, okay? It's very simple. If you add 2 extra bananas and an extra liter of water, it will show on the scale. Okay. I think getting towards the end. Yes, another one. Clean eating does not guarantee weight loss. I've proven it to you. And I'm sure even you've proved it to yourself just following the plan. When I said to be part of the community, there's no diet, there's no supplements, there's no gymming. A lot of you are like, what? Then how do we lose weight? And I said, no, eat whatever that you want. You know, your groceries, keep your groceries, right? The Uber Eats on your phone, keep it. Eat it, but just track your calories. Because one thing about clean eating, it just makes the journey a bit easier because most clean foods, whole foods, right, they're generally lower in calories. But if your portions and if your calories are not in order for your goal, you're just wasting your time. You'll have a plate like this full of healthy foods, right? But as you can see, this is a big plate. There's multiple types of grains. There's like the quinoa, right? There's the couscous. You have your nuts, you have your beans, then you have the fatty foods, the avocado, the nuts, right? In a big plate. In your mind, it's like, okay, I am going to lose weight, but you'll find out maybe this is just over 1,000 calorie meal. And you think just because it's healthy, I want to lose weight. No, you still need to look at your portions. Look at this plate. A quarter of this plate is a starch like a rice, right? The other 2 quarters, this quarter and this quarter, are greens and vegetables, right? And the other quarter is some type of protein. I think this maybe could be like a tofu or something, but an egg, right? Portions. And once you start tracking calories, you are empowered to make better portion. You're empowered to make better portion control choices for yourself. I'm not forcing you to do anything because if I force you to do something, it's not going to be sustainable. It's actually going to cause resentment and it's not going to work long term. I want you to lose weight sustainably. I don't want you to be part of the community. You look good, you gain all the weight back, you come back again. I don't want this yo-yo thing. I want you to learn, use these habits, make them part of your lifestyle, make them part of you, so that once you've lost the weight and you look good and you feel great, you can continue by yourself. It's no longer that thing of, hey, it's January 2026, New Year's resolution. What do I do? Hey, it's March. There's a new trend called jump on the rice, whatever. There's always some new trend, right? Don't fall into that trap. It's quite simple. Your portions and maintain your calories, regardless if it's the healthiest or not the healthiest, portions and calories is what you need. And I think going to the last one, which is number 10. Number 10 says sweating doesn't equal to more fat loss. I know a lot of you fall into the trap. You go to that spinning class, it's a closed spinning class, the aircon doesn't work, the fan is not there, and you're sweating, you're sweating, you're sweating. Yeah, I'm losing weight. No, sweating is a response, it's not a result of fat loss. Like I said earlier, if I had a bag of Dorito chips with all that sodium, what is the natural response? I'm gonna be thirsty. When I'm thirsty, what do I need to do? Drink some type of a liquid. Same thing with your sweating. If you're sweating, it's because your body temperature, right, is too high and your body needs to what? Regulate it, make it normal, right? And how can it do that? It needs to cool down. How can it cool down? By sweating. Okay? Remember that in that step class or that what is those classes Aqua Virgin Active? Boot camp, you know those classes where there's like 30 of you in a class and you're all breathing each other's air. Yeah, the aircon might work and everybody sweats once they leave. You're just losing water. It's not an actual sign of weight loss, right? Real fat burning fat loss depends on creating a calorie deficit through diet and exercise intensity, not sweat volume. Okay? Just because you're sweating, yes, you may have lost water, but your body will regain that water weight again. Sweat just means your body is regulating itself to cool off. Doesn't mean you're automatically losing kgs and kgs of kg. If you look at it, even I'm sure maybe most of you during your early stages of your squatter journey, maintaining the bare minimum while you're doing your walking, especially during winter time, I don't think most of you were sweating. Yeah, you're doing your steps, 10,000 steps plus, but since it was winter, you're not really sweating, unless if you put on jerseys and hoodies and sweatshirts and all that, then maybe, but you're not really sweating. You know, maybe towards summertime, as we are moving towards summer, you may start sweating, but that doesn't mean you're losing more fat, right? It's just a natural response of being hot. Okay. So those are the misconceptions, guys. Like I said, sweating doesn't mean more fat loss. Just because you're eating clean does not guarantee you're going to lose weight. Fluctuations in the scale. What causes these fluctuations in the scale, right? Muscle weighs more than fat. What is the actual truth? Muscle is just more dense compared to fat. If there's a kg of fat and there's a kg of muscle, it weighs the same. The only difference is that it looks different on the body. Okay? Carbs make you fat. That's not true. Your bad eating habits, your lack of knowledge when it comes to calorie deficit makes you fat. Not the carbs or the fats or the proteins. Another one, detox teas. Like I said, back in the day when I was still a personal trainer, me and my colleagues used to call detox teas poop pills, right? Poop teas. They have a laxative effect, right? They've got a diuretic effect, but they don't produce long-term sustainable weight loss. It's good to lose 3, 4, 5 kgs, look good for a month or so, but after the second month, you're more likely to gain that weight with interest. You lost 5 to only gain 8 kgs. So it's a scam. Scamming yourself. Stop scamming yourself. Another one, spot fat reduction, right? The body will lose weight naturally based on what? Genes and overall calorie expenditure. You can do 1,000 sit-ups, it wouldn't result in a flatter stomach. It will just result in a stronger core, stronger abs. That's it. Okay, if you want to spot fat reduce, naturally it's impossible. Muscle memory. Muscle memory, like it says here, muscle memory, right, is muscle memory aids in strength recovery and muscle rebuilding, but fat burning requires consistent calorie management. So I'll be using muscle memory just to get stronger, just to build my muscle. But guess what? I still need to maintain a calorie deficit. Still need to do my steps. Still need to fast. I still need to track my calories, eat high protein, all that stuff. Just because you're going to the gym and you're applying muscle memory doesn't mean automatically you're gonna get a six pack. It doesn't work that way. Another one, and the final one, is the whoosh effect. Okay? Whoosh effect doesn't mean rapid weight loss. No, it just means your body was hitting a plateau at a certain point and the fat cells were empty. And once your fat cells are empty, naturally your body will fill up those fat cells with liquid. Once those liquids disappear, that's when you'll feel that whoosh effect where you've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kgs in a short period of time, and you can see it and you can feel it. That's the whoosh effect. Okay. So guys, what are your misconceptions? What are your myths? What are your questions about what you're going through in your journey right now? You maybe have lost a few kgs, that maybe a colleague or your cousin, your friend says something that kind of does make sense, but you're not really sure about it. You know, some people say if you lose a lot of weight in a short period of time, it's still not healthy. You know, I remember my uncle said there was a time about 2 years ago, I was just eating fruit and meat. And he said, hey, be careful about fruit. Fruit has a lot of sugar. It might not be healthy. I was like, yeah, that's a half true because fruit does have sugar, but fruit also has fiber, right? Fruit also has vitamins and minerals. So it's not completely bad. If I had to eat 100 grams of sugar from from plain tablespoon sugar, it's way different than eating 100 grams of sugar that are found in fruits because the sugar or the fruit has the sugar and the fiber. So what he's saying is true, but it's a half truth. He's still missing a very important piece in his argument. So guys, if you have something to say, you may unmute yourself or just raise your hand. I'm going to go to the comments before I give you the access to, if you want to raise your hand and say something or just ask questions, tell us about your journey, anything else like that. Lucero says, can we ask questions now or at the end of the session? At the end of the session, we're at the end of the session now, Lucero. You may raise your hand or you can drop your question in the chat or in the Q&A. Ava said game changer. Kundi says calorie tracking, the missing key. Thanks, coach. So we're all on the same page, guys, right? We're all on the same page. problem is there's just so much more information nowadays on social media. It becomes almost impossible to decipher what's really true, especially if the messenger looks really good. You know, I've been seeing a lot more of ladies. If let's say a lady who looks good, and let's say I know most ladies like want like well-developed glutes, bums, hips, thighs. And you'll find the lady in the video talking about the only thing you have to do to build a nice body or a nice lower body is squats. And then there'll be ladies in the videos who said, Mara, when you've always had a nice shaped lower body. So your information may be true, but it's a half truth. It still lacks experience, it still lacks understanding, it still lacks wisdom because a lot of the stuff could be regurgitated from a textbook, from ChatGPT. But if you lack the wisdom and the understanding and the application, then you may not be, doing something correct for your personal journey. Okay, so always remember that, guys. Many information out there, just because it sounds good and the message out looks good, doesn't make it true for your journey. Still apply it and understand that it's true, but not 100% true for you. Does anybody have any question? Struggling? Has any wins? Probably heard something on social media that you want me to break down during this session right now. So you're on the same page. So once you start losing weight and your uncle says muscle memory, you know how to answer him. Once your jealous ex starts saying, man, you're losing weight too quickly, you'll be like, no, whoosh effect. Once your grandma says, hey, I want to lose weight, and she starts buying broccoli and apples, it's like, yeah, I only need to eat green foods. Like, no, 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 no. Just because you're eating healthy food doesn't mean you're gonna lose weight. Ava has raised their hands. Let me unmute you. Ava, you can unmute yourself.
Can you
Hello?
hear me?
Yes, yes,
Hi,
yes. Now we
Coco.
can hear you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm also doing good. Thank you. Let's hear.
I think for me, I'm just so grateful. I've been literally struggling to get back to fitness.
Mm-hmm.
In the challenges I had this year, studying and all of that has been so hard. So, but
Mm.
I think I'm really so grateful because I feel like I can do this for the longest time. I remember last year I consulted a doctor because I was like, I used to be that person, gym, all those things, like you just
Yeah,
mentioned. And I was like, I reached a point where I was not losing, but I was gymming morning and afternoon, all of that.
yeah,
So the
yeah,
doctor I consulted, he said, okay, let's take your blood. And then we did some a treadmill test. It's like everything is good. Okay, let's just check if your other things are
yeah,
fine. And
yeah,
he was like, you know what? I'm gonna give you a receipt. Do your walk. Stop the running because I love running a
mm.
lot. It's like when your watch it's on this. He gave me the heart rate. It's like stay
Yeah,
there. Just do that.
mm.
I'm gonna give you something that this is gonna help you for the rest of your life. You're gonna have kids and come back and bounce. So unfortunately, he passed on 2 weeks after that. But that was a game changer.
Ish.
So when I'm bringing this, I'm
Mm.
just like, oh my God, I think what the doctor has laid the foundation, you are
Mm.
literally because I used to hate trekking. Yo, I used to feel like, oh my God, I need to trek, but I am enjoying it right now. My
Mm.
food choice has to do with I go to the shop, I love my scanner on the on the Fat
Mm.
Secret, and then I
Mm.
have a decision like, nah, it's not worth it. Oh, nah, it's not worth it. So
Exactly.
I'm in that way. I'm literally enjoying it because I realized that this is a game changer. I think the day I saw that the Go Slow has 500 calories, I'm like, hell no, I'd rather have this and that. When I realized avocado, full avocado, it's more calories. I'm like, oh, okay. No, I
Mm.
can half. I can share my calories with my family. So I think this
Mm.
is a game changer for me. And
Mm.
I'm so much interested more. Like literally, I'll scan and be like, it's got this protein and that. And how
Mm.
many calories I know I can. I don't want it's like I'm in that point where I'm like, what's my goal? Like what Tandeka was
Mm,
saying, what's my goal? When they say almond is better than cow milk, I scare and I'm like, the difference is 2 calories. No, I don't have to waste money on the
mm,
almond, unless if I enjoy it, you know?
exactly.
So my food choice has changed. And I think also it's also making my family to enjoy food with me
Of
because never
course.
don't eat pap. You don't Abba doesn't do this. Abba does it was just a lot of don't. So I think this
Mm,
is really a game changer and I feel like, oh my God, I'm in and I'm zoomed in. Yes, I might not
yeah,
be seeing changes yet, but I know this for the long run. I'm
yeah,
good. Oh yeah, I
yeah.
just want to thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ava. The power is in the knowledge. You know, once you know the knowledge and you can make better choices for yourself, that's the power. You can imagine me as you know, me as an adult forcing another adult to change their lives. How does that work? You want to change your life, you want to get healthy and fitter, but it seems like I'm more motivated compared to you. I'm actually forcing you. That's already not gonna work. But if I just give you the tools that, hey, you want to use this laptop, here's the mouse, or you can use the touchpad, right? If you want to drink, right, use this cup. Doesn't matter if you drink water or coffee or beer, right? Just use this cup. It's a tool. It will help you. Then you can make better decisions for yourself, right? And that is why most diets, most training systems, they don't work long term. They do work, but long term, they don't work because either they're very restrictive, you can't eat this, you can't eat that, you're not supposed to do this. And if it's too restrictive, you, excuse me, if it's more restrictive, meaning it has more rules, meaning you're more likely to make mistakes. And once you start making mistakes, what's gonna happen? Regret. And that strong feeling of regret is so long lasting to the point where you had the goal to start your weight loss journey in 2025, January. The first 2 weeks you were consistent. The third week you made a mistake. That strong, painful feeling has discouraged you from continuing. And then what's going to happen? You waste January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, then maybe September because the weather's feeling a bit warmer. That's when that's when you come back. But if you just stayed consistent from January all the way till August, you would have actually achieved your goal by then. Simple. So once you have the knowledge and find out that it doesn't have to be restrictive, it becomes so much easier, guys. So much easier. And once you make better decisions for yourself, that's the only way you can make it a lifestyle, and the people around you are going to enjoy it. Let's go to the comments again. Sanj said, thank you. Thank you, Coach. Very informative. Thank you, Sanj. Good son is back. Good son was part of the session first time this Wednesday. Thanks, Coach, for clarifying that you cannot target belly fat only. The body will lose the weight evenly. Yes. And you will see during this journey right now, you'll realize that, hey, Coach, seems like everything is getting skinny, but hey, your belly or your lower back is still kind of looking like it's got fat. That's just how it is. And then I'm gonna show you how to break that plateau where, okay, now your belly is slowing down, it's coming a bit more flat. You can see the 2 pack nyana, the 4 pack nyana. That's how it is. Offense says, um, informed indeed. Thanks, coach. I have to cut out a lot of things due to being misinformed. Incorporating this session and Saturday session is indeed a game changer. Yes, guys. Yes, once you realize it's like that aha moment. It's like, oh, now I see why I've been messing up all these years within my weight loss journey. Fat Secret app shouldn't be a secret no more. Hey, with Fat Secret app, I really wanna push them. I'm actually trying to do like a deal with them just to spread the word. It's not, this is helps people, but I need to make it bigger. But I can only make it bigger if I need to work with them. So, or maybe I'll need to create my own anti-diet weight loss community food tracking app. Maybe that could be something for the future. We'll see. We'll see. Thank you, Gundi. Gundi, and then Nkateko said, "Thank you, coach. The sessions are always very helpful and eye-opening. Thank you, Nkateko. I'm glad that you always showing up because these are for you. These are for you." Gundi says, "The freedom in a pizza slice shared on lunch days without guilt, planned carefully. What a wow, what a wonder. Exactly. You know how much of it it ruins the vibe when you're with your friends at a braai and you are that everyone knows you're that healthy and fit person, and they already know that we already know that Nkate go Kundo or Kopano or Ava doesn't want the pap. Or don't dish out the potato salad. It ruins the vibe. Now I have to explain to that person that yeah, I'm on my weight loss journey. You know why I cannot. It ruins the vibe. We had to try to enjoy each other, not to talk about weight loss and fat loss. All right. So once you understand that, just makes your life so much easier. Ava said, I think they don't tell us this because they know their products won't sell anymore. They shakes pills because once you know it, means you can share with your family. It's like exactly. It's all capitalism. The less you know, right, the better for their pockets, right? But I don't look at it like that. I believe as long as you share, the right people will find value in what you're sharing and they will buy. But most of these supplements and companies that they want you for you to not to know. And it's unfortunate because it never really works out long term. Kamohelo said, oh well, I can help you with creating an app. Shoot me. Shoot me a send a message to Pressure. Send a message to Pressure. Yeah. Send a message. I'm not sure if you have the WhatsApp number. Please send a message to Pressure because I really need to improve the systems of the community. I know there's a message in the. Please do shoot a message. Okay, let me do this. Did you see that this link? Uh, let me do this. Can you see this link? I've dropped the link. That's a WhatsApp link. Timby says, thanks, coach, for the info, especially about the spot fat reduction. Murph, thanks for the clarifying. I need this one. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Timby. Thank you, I'm glad I was able to help you, and I'm glad that you joined us today. Come ahead, I've dropped the WhatsApp link in the chat. Please check it out. If you don't see it, Pressure, please reach out to Kamohelo. Pressure, you're online. Let me just see. Okay, Pressure is online. Please drop your WhatsApp number in the chat. And then let me go to the Q&A. Where's the Q&A? Okay. Khunzi said, does doing the same consistent intermittent fasting regime, 16-8 in my case, result in the body getting used to it? So one needs to switch it up, especially for 40 plus women and our hormones. If yes, what are the signs that I need to switch it up and how to do so? So remember with fasting, right? Fasting has two main functions for fasting. The main function that we use fasting within the community is to reduce the chance of you overeating. If I just tell you to stop eating breakfast, you're less likely to consume more calories throughout the day because now you only can eat lunch and dinner and maybe a snack in between compared to eating breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a snack. Okay. The second reason for fasting is for what's that word? I forgot the actual word, but it's when your body starts flushing out cells, like dead cells, old cells, fat cells, because now you're giving your body a break. If you're constantly eating, your body is consistently stressed because your metabolism is always working. But if you take long periods of fasting, your body will flush out those cells. So when it comes to you, especially like you said, you being 40 plus and your hormones, firstly, you need to figure out um another thing I need to mention about fasting, especially for women older than 40, right? There's research that says fasting longer for women has an adverse effect. It raises your cortisol levels. What is cortisol levels? Cortisol is a hormone, right? It's a stress hormone. And if that level is too high in your body, even though you're fasting calories and all this stuff, it's going to be almost impossible for you to lose weight. So with you, I would say instead of increasing it, right, stick to it, maybe adjust your foods. But also women who are 40 plus, working out is a great tool. So there's many factors, right? I think you are falling into the trap of thinking doing more is good, right? If I fast longer, yes, that means I will lose more weight. If I gym more, yes, that means I'll be lose more weight. But if you're not able to recover from a long session, it does not matter how hard you push yourself. If you're not recovering, it's not going to work. right? So I'd say skip the same fast. Maybe the foods are the problem. Maybe you need to start doing what I'm doing, become a full-on scorer and exercising. I'll look for those facts and probably share them with Coach Godwin, and Coach Godwin shares them with you. Um, yeah, but there's many indicators for women 40 plus about working out, right? Resistance training, don't fast too long, eat quality foods, and time as well. Be a bit patient. Fatima said, so are we going to gym now, coach? If so, what is the best workout? Also, any hacks to achieve steps? So there isn't any best workout. If you watch the video when I speak about my workout plan, I even used the ChatGPT workout. I'm a coach, I'm a trainer, I can create my own workout plan because I have the understanding. But I was showing you that there isn't best workout. The best approach to any workout is intensity. How hard do you push yourself? Right? That is the hardest part of actually working out. Getting to the gym and pushing yourself. What do I mean by pushing yourself? Last week you lifted 5 kgs. This week you're gonna have to lift 6 kgs at least. Last week you lifted 5 kgs and you felt like your legs were gonna break because you're doing squats. This week you have to do the same thing, but with more weight. You see, it's all mental, that intensity, right? So with workouts, if you just started your journey within the community, I'd say for the first 2 to 3 months, no workouts, just do your steps. That's it. And then when it comes to the steps, how do you achieve your steps? If you go to your inbox, there's an ebook that says 10K strategy. It's full of tips, tricks, and hacks to hit your 10,000 plus steps. Okay. When it comes to your steps, it's not really about working harder. Like I always, it's about being more organized with your time. So Fatima, if you just wake up 30 minutes earlier, if you wake up at 5, start waking up at 4:30 a.m. to do your steps indoors, in your apartment, in your yard, at the gym, it can help you get your steps more, right? Lunch breaks, instead of being in the lunchroom with your colleague, eat for 10 minutes, take a walk around the location, the building, around the area, right? If you're on your phone talking to a friend and you guys are gossiping, it's a nice time, walk and talk, right? If you're with your friend, or if you're on TikTok watching my videos, you can literally watch TikTok and walk, right? You can invest in a walking pad. You can use the YouTube walking workouts. It's about finding the time and using your time well to do your steps. Usually, 90% of your steps is just based on how well do you use your time. That is the best way. But when it comes to working out, I'd say the first 2 to 3 months, don't work out at all. I want to keep your appetite and your cravings low so that your body can lose the weight normally. Jose has another question, says, is there a real-time cortisol tracker like your blood sugar one? Cortisol is my arch nemesis with autoimmune plus premenopause. So you see, you got a lot of challenges. Life happens, stressful job, sick, child being sick, grief, cortisol party. So I love to be able to get an app that says, whoa, Cece, deep breaths. So I'm not sure if there is, because I know for cortisol, it has to be like a blood check. But there are indicators that tell you that cortisol is high. Poor sleep. You sleep at 8 a.m., you still wake up tired. You sleep 1 a.m., you still wake up tired. Cravings, constantly hungry. Eat a big meal, you're hungry. Eat snacks, hungry. Um, Water retention. Some ladies, they see a lot more water retention in their face or around their belly. You just realize that I'm not do I feel like I have a big belly or my face becoming puffy. That's a sign of cortisol. Another sign of cortisol is if you're exercising and you're not recovering. Like you always so unless if you started your journey like me, I started my journey 2 days ago, I am gonna be sore longer because I just started. But if you've been exercising, you train Monday, you still sore on a Friday, that's a sign of cortisol. Your body's not recovering on time. Okay, so poor sleep, also another one. Poor sleep, always sick. You have 3 weeks of flu. Flu shouldn't be more than a week. 3 weeks of flu, always sick, lack of sleep, appetite is through the roof, always hungry, um, water retention, you're not recovering on time at the gym. Those are signs of cortisol. But if you want to find out the actual number, I think you have to go to a doc. Yeah, you have to go to the doctor for a full blood check. But in terms of having like a cortisol tracker, maybe there is. I haven't really done any research. I'll have to do research about it. But those five factors tell you that your cortisol is a bit too high and you need to make some changes, but also just stress. Life happens and that will tend to slow you down, unfortunately. Um, Great questions, Khonse. Precious dropped the number in the WhatsApp. Malerato, a re ke happy ka community e. Thank you, Malerato. We are here for you. Oh yes, when this says ketosis, so ketosis is a process when firstly your glucose within the muscle and with the liver has been depleted. How will you know those have been depleted? Fastings are one of them, but also not taking zero carbs will deplete the carbs in your muscle, right? Remember, your body likes to use carbs as energy, but also for the muscles. But once they've been depleted, okay, they are gone, they're at zero. That's when your body will turn into ketosis, when it starts using its own body fat for energy, right? With ketosis, I've seen for some people it's quicker, but some people you need to take what do you call that? Like ketone esters, which is like man-made ketones. You consume them just to boost or improve the ketosis process. And what happens with ketosis, like I said, since you're not having any carbs, any sugars in your body uses ketones, right? Uses its own body fat as for fuel, all right? Feel better. Also, you start losing a lot of weight because you're not taking any carbs, but also you lose a lot of weight because now your body's using its own body fat to lose weight. With women, like I said, ketosis, it's 50-50, 50-50, right? Some women will be fasting for days. I've seen it. I've seen the researchers for days, but she's still not in a ketosis because you know why? The insulin is the problem. The insulin's way too high, it's out of control, right? Insulin resistance, right? Pre-diabetes, and they're still not losing weight, even though they've been fasting for many days, not taking any carbs. So to have a doctor, know your blood levels, makes it a little bit easier, but ketosis is also good. Una's right, autophagy. Thank you for that, Una. Autophagy, when during your fasting, especially for long days, long hours, long periods of time, your body starts using its own cells, dead cells, fat cells, all right? Starts get rid of it. It's great for health, right? It's great for your digestive system, your metabolism. It's great for weight loss. That process is called autophagy. Thank you so much, Una. I'm glad that you plugged in. Yeah, those are all the questions. Those are all the comments. This was a great session. I'm glad that a lot of the members started to learn and understand and they're able to use this information for themselves. Okay, it's one thing to know, it's another thing to do, right? To do and what did my mentor said? To know and not to do is still not to know. Just because you know it, but if you haven't applied it, once you apply it, it's a different game. But if you know it and you apply it, now you are wise. But if you just know it and haven't applied it, you're just smart. You need that wisdom. You need that wisdom. Okay? Community, great session. So like I said, coach, you mentioned, oh yeah, thank you. So like, hey, you almost forgot. So the zero, let me pull out the file. Let me do this. So we have a 0 calorie week, right? 0 calorie week. What is this 0 calorie week thing, coach? Does that mean we'll be eating 0 calories for the rest of the week? Maybe. Does that mean we'll be doing hours and hours of fasting? Maybe. Let's see. I want to pull out the file here. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. I'm gonna pull it out. So we've got this one. Uh, I'm looking for the second one. Okay, here it is. I want to share my screen. Just give me a second, guys. Okay, cool. So yeah, this is going to be a 7-day long challenge. The other challenge that we had was for 5 days, Monday to Friday. This one is going to be Monday till Sunday, right? So this is the 0 calorie week, starts the 29th of September, which is this Monday, and it's going to end next week, Sunday, right? Full 7 days. And the main goal of this challenge, right, is to maintain your bare minimum targets, which is the fast steps calories, while consuming 0 calorie or zero sugar drinks. That won't spike your sugar cravings, right, for the entire week. 0 calorie drinks, I will update this, means like your normal fasting drinks, water, infused water, plain tea, plain coffee, right? You can have sweetness like a Canderel, like a xylitol, erythritol, infused water. This is the water where you can add like fruits just for the smell or for the taste. Chia seed water, 0 calorie or zero sugar drink. So that's your Coke Zero, your Sprite Zero, your electrolytes, those type of things, right? Including your water enhancer. Like I said, I will update this, but the some of the drinks you already know them. So we're going to be doing this for a full 7 days, meaning if you're a person, a coffee lover who likes to have milk, can't for this week. You can have your tea or your coffee, right? With no sugar, but with sweetener. If you are a Coke drinker, a Sprite drinker, none of that. You can have a Coke Zero, Sprite Zero, right? If you like water, it's gonna be easy for you, right? If you like what do you call this? If you like let's say flavored water still has calories. You can buy sparkling water and you can buy a water enhancer. So one of those droplets I'll show you, I'll probably buy it today, right? You can add them in your sparkling water. Those water enhancers are 0 calories. Add in your sparkling water. Now you've turned your sparkling water, you added a lime or a lemon water enhancer. Now it tastes like a Sprite, you know? So the main goal for this is firstly to maintain your bare minimum, of course, but also not to spike your sugar cravings. So also take account of this challenge and see that, okay, as much as I'm drinking Coke Zero, but every time that I drink Coke Zero, it just, increases my cravings. That tells you that you need to change it. I guess now I have the wisdom now. Every time that I drink Fanta Zero, it tastes nice, it's zero sugar. Hey, but my cravings are through the roof. That's when it tells you need to switch it up. Okay, so whilst you're consuming zero drinks, you're also decreasing your calories generally, right? Because now you're not having the milk, the sugar, all these other calories, even no alcohol as well. No alcohol, right? Unless you're taking straight shooters, straight vodka, straight tequila, but I prefer you not to do that. Okay, full 7 days. There's some comments, there's some questions. There's some comments, some questions. Hopefully that answers your question, guys. This is the challenge they're going to start this Monday. How I knew I was losing. I got to wear my favorite boxes without my thighs feeling forced. Yeah, clothes, boxes, shorts. Some members even say underwear, start feeling loose, right? You feel like you need another size now. Pressure says, community, please don't forget to text me to be added in the announcement group. Thank you, Pressure, for that reminder. I almost forgot. Coach says, what of dextrose? It is found in spa sweetener. Dextrose it's like a super processed carbohydrate on its own. So I wouldn't say you should take it. Unless if you send me a picture, Kundi, so that I could see it. I've never seen the spa sweetener. Send me a picture, send it to Pressure, and then I will see. Please do that. I like to put lemon juice in my sparkling water and the sweetener. I'm gonna try that. Bye-bye alcohol. Yes, bye-bye alcohol. It's gonna be a challenge. So we're not eating food, we're just drinking. No, we're still eating. It's just that we're not drinking foods that have calories. Still eat your normal foods. Still eat your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, your snacks, but no more drinks that have sugar or calories. Okay. So it's going to be full 7. That's why I'm making it 7 days instead of just 5 days. I know you can push yourself, so Okay, me and Dina, Diana, we're on the same page. Gundi says, okay, coach, will do. I know there's another few questions in the Q&A, 4 questions. One from Tendai. If I want to start the gym, do I continue with the fasting? Yes. Yes, 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 which is kind of tricky. So what I do when I gym now, I make sure I have my electrolytes. I have to, either before the session or after session or during the session. If ever I feel like, and I also keep like a protein bar, like a Future Life bar, in case I feel like I'm dizzy. I need that quick sugar. So yeah, if you go to the gym, still fast. It's not that bad. It's difficult at the beginning, but your body gets used to it. Dina said, is it normal to feel like sleeping after good workouts? I can normally jog for 3Ks, but as soon as I do more than 3Ks, I feel like taking a nap. Yes, it means you have exerted yourself, and the natural response is that you want to sleep. You've used up all your energy and you want to sleep. So it's normal. Um, you may need to improve your fitness a bit so that you can run a bit more without feeling feel like you have to take a nap afterwards. So it's a normal feeling. You're just exerting yourself a little bit more. So Tato said no, so no milk completely. Yes, no milk completely, no milk for 7 days. You see, now I'm exposing your addiction with milk, addiction with some of these foods. Just for 7 days. I know you can do it. No milk, no alcohol. Coach, was this a coach Kopano? The USN hydration is like 0 calorie. I wanted to try them this week. Yes. Yeah, those ones are good. I take them like once or twice every day. Yeah, so those USN hydration sachets, 0 calorie. Yes. And there's also another one. I might actually do a video. I think it's Revive or Revive. It's also a zero sugar electrolyte drink. But definitely the USN ones, Khonse, I would encourage you to take them. My go-to flavor is the peach. Yes, the peach. I don't like the berry flavor. I don't like it. For me. Did somebody raise their hand? Oh, Luando, all the way from the UK. Let me okay. Luando, unmute yourself.
Hi, Coach. Hi, everyone.
How are you?
Good, thanks, and you?
Good, good, good.
Yeah, thank you for the session. I've got a quick question.
Hmm.
Okay, so since we'll be going to the gym, and yeah, so I want to know how important is it to rest, and like how can we incorporate rest within the process? Yeah,
So,
within like pushing, like going to the gym, because I know that rest is important. I normally give myself like 2 days. Like I push maybe for 5 days a week. Doing like some functional training exercises and like a mix of like just a balanced exercises, I can say.
mm-hmm.
And then rest for 2 days.
Mm,
Right. So now
mm-hmm.
I want to know like how important rest is, number one, and number two, like how can we incorporate rest within this whole journey, because like sometimes when I'm resting for the 2 days I don't do the steps, then I feel like okay, now like I've got something wrong, like
Mm.
I'm not meeting my bare minimum. So can you please like enlighten us on that regard, because I'm always blank in terms of that. Yeah.
Okay, great question. So recovery is very important because that's when I like to say the magic happens. That's when the muscle builds. That's when the fat loss happens. When you're recovering. Remember, at
Hmm.
the
Yeah.
gym it's like a spark, right?
Yeah.
It's like a spark. But if you're not sleeping and eating for your goal,
Mm-hmm.
that spark won't become a big flame. That big flame of weight loss or muscle building happens if you're sleeping and eating. So when it
Okay.
comes to recovering and resting, right?
Mm.
Depending on your lifestyle, I would say 3 to 4 times a week of exercising is
Yeah.
good enough. It's good enough.
Okay.
When I mean exercise, I mean intense, either like you're running 10Ks or you're lifting weights or you're doing it like a boot camp, those type of things.
Yeah.
3 to 4 times is good enough,
4 times,
right?
okay. Yeah.
And then
Mm-hmm.
those other days you do the steps. Remember the steps, Steps is not really considered exercising because your heart rate is not elevated at a certain point.
Okay.
When you're doing your walking, it's not like you're out of breath,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's normal. So that could be your active rest. So for your
Okay.
workouts, 3 to 4 times a week, I'd like to put
Mm-hmm.
a good one could be like 2 days, one off, 2 days, one off, or like
Okay.
what I do
Yeah.
is one day on, one day off. But also your
I
foods,
yeah.
yeah,
I
your
think the
foods needs to
foods
be on
part,
goal.
yeah, the foods part I've got it figured out.
Mm,
Like my groceries are quite healthy. But I was not sure about the gym side because I
yeah,
would push like for 5 days, then I get really tired, and then my body
yeah,
forces me to take a break. Then I
yeah.
don't. I just sit for 2 days. I don't do steps. Then I feel
Mm,
like okay, I failed. I'm not meeting my
mm,
bare minimum.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. So I think thank you so much for this
yeah.
what you just said. I think I'm
Mm,
gonna do 2 days in, 1 day off. Two
mm,
days in, yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
and then on the rest of the other days where I'm not at the gym, then I'm doing my steps.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm clear now. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lando. That's a
Yes.
excellent question. I know a lot of people always confused about resting and recovering. It's literally the no pain, no pain, no gain method. A lot of people still believe you need to slave in the gym. You don't have to slave in the gym. You have to push yourself, have intensity, but you don't have to be a slave at the gym. You don't have to do it. So 3 to 4 times is good enough if you're really pushing yourself. And then more questions. Is there more questions? I'm gonna go to the chat now. I just want to check out the Q&A. I think the Q&A have answered all questions. Okay, perfect. Back to the chat. Um, where do I go? Gundi said bye bye alcohol. So you're not eating food. No, we are eating food like I mentioned. Gundi said okay, coach will do. Dinah said okay. Ava says so no cappuccino for me. What about green tea? Green tea is good. Green tea is good. 0 calories. You can add sweetener. No honey though. No honey, no sugar. But you can add sweetener if you like that. Rose said the milk part. Yeah, yeah. Now we're exposing your addictions. Now we're exposing it. Kundi said, a word of gratitude, coach. I have never purchased anything off Instagram, but your program has been totally worth it. Thank you. Thank you, Kundi. I'm glad that you trusted me enough to make that jump, because I know online is still quite new, especially in Africa. So I'm glad that you were able to trust me and make that jump and you're following the plan and you're losing the weight. Thank you, Kundi. Rose said will change myself though. Abisa said, can we have Amasi? Umpoko. Oh, yo. Okay, Amasi, no. Amasi, for this week, I will call Amasi. For this week, no Amasi. Because Amasi is a dairy. Dairy has calories. Calories is not part of the challenge. So this week, no. Gundi says joined on the 1st of August. Got serious on the 16th. 7 kgs what I lost in the first 4 weeks. Yo, you had like a whoosh effect on steroids. That's a lot of weight, Gundi. I'm glad you took it serious. I'm glad you didn't just pay and give up. You took it serious. Um, Tools that are worked in my favor as a kitchen worker. I did not realize that my single shift had me walking on average 17K steps. Yo, it's a lot. So it worked in your favor. Definitely worked in your favor. And so you leveraged it very, very good. And that's why you lost a lot of weight. Mfundo said, yo, now this is challenging me. Coffee, tea without milk. I can do it without sugar, no problem. But milk, Let's do this, coach. Thank you for the clarity, coach. Thank you, Mfundo. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. I want you to push yourself. Kundi says, because of the stressful nature of my job, once I tracked the amount of tastings I did in a shift before sitting down for a meal, I was blown away. Thank you for the clarity in the gym situationship. Yeah, those small and calories, especially with your work, you can't just cook and just serve it. You have to taste. Is it good enough? And those calories, unfortunately, do add up. But there's a way you can make it work, and clearly you found a way, and clearly it's working for you. Sanj said, can we drink kombucha? Kombucha has calories. I reviewed a kombucha the other day. Yeah, no kombucha. No kombucha. Kombucha has calories. Um, Actually, Leon, let me not say no kombucha. No kombucha. Kamuhelo says, hi, coach. Do our bare minimum stay same even after improvements? You just adjust it. So usually about 50 to like the majority of members, um, they bare minimums in how they start their journey. They bare minimums is what you're gonna follow. If for until you hit a plateau. So some members they'll join in March and all the way till now, I haven't had to change the bare minimum, right? Because it's clearly working. And once you start losing weight and you start eating healthy and start tracking your calories, your body just tends to be less hungry, less cravings, tends to eat less, eat better. You tend to become more fitter. So now you want to do more steps. You find yourself that the 5 hour fast is easy. So now you extend it to 6 hours. That's why I'm not too focused a lot on the bare minimum. As long as you started your journey. Once you hit a plateau, you're no longer losing. That's when you update the bare minimum. So if you've hit a plateau, come hello, we will adjust. Either adjust the foods, adjust the steps, the calories, the fasting, something, but it has to be sustainable. So, like I said, to be clear, the challenge is 0 calorie drinks only. If I'm having oats and milk, that falls under meals like You see, now there's the technicalities, right? You're gonna have to have the oats without the milk. You're gonna have to have the oats without the milk for this week only. So like, right? It's gonna be a different taste, but I know you can do it. So no milk in your oats because the milk is a liquid. You're not drinking it, but it's part of your meal. But just for this week, no milk in your oats. Okay? I think yeah, that was the last one. Let me double check the Q&A. Answered Q&A. I've answered the chat. I had 2 conversations with Rolando and Ava. Great questions, guys. So Ntombi, let's hear. Unmute yourself, Ntombi.
Dumelang.
Hey, Ntombi, le kae?
Ra lena re gona yo ngiyagowisha.
What's going on?
So during the week I did message or text Coach Godwin. Ne? So you've unkarabile, but you know, like you've mentioned something about increasing the increasing steps or reduce the calories or fasting a bit longer. But what is ke part e feeling normal or you like how much can you increase it with? I think I've just been doing too much and I'm exhausted. Ke lapile. Because I think I got a bit too excited or okay, this is working, this plan is working. What if I just double it?
Mm,
Can I like just to I don't know. Not that I want to lose weight a bit quicker, but I think I got too excited or no, it's working
mm,
and my steps are insane because I'm now so used to not driving and walking. Like Mavani, I was almost 20,000 steps. It's just something that is is becoming normal to me, but I am struggling with fatigue. I am so
mm,
tired. Calories, Gija, maybe up to 1,005, up to 1,006. I think
mm,
I don't know, like already you can increase steps just to take it a bit slow, but still have like balance.
mhm.
What would you say it's a normal increase? I think if yeah, because
Okay,
I'm at 11,000 for me is
it's too
if
light.
yeah, shishili nyani. I thought okay, I'll do 13 but I go a bit over. But I feel like I'm so sleepy. Like
Mm,
galapa, even though I
mm,
still push to do my steps, but
mm.
I am so tired.
So when you have fallen into the trap of doing too much too soon,
Mm,
because you want, let's just say, quicker results, which is nothing wrong with that. But your body has hit a point where you can no longer recover, you're always tired, and it's no longer working. So now you're slaving, which shouldn't be the
mm,
case. Feeling normal,
mm,
feeling tired is normal, but if you can feel, "Oh, man, I'm more tired more often, that
mm,
means you need to reduce a bit, and you've been doing this for a while. If this was your first time doing 20,000, I'd be like, no, it's normal. You've done more than normal. But now, since you've
Mm,
been doing close to 20,000 quite often, and your body's like, no, no, I'm tired, I cannot do it. Clearly, this is a sign where we need to reduce the frequency or reduce the
mm,
steps. So when I say reduce the frequency, instead of walking, let's say 15,000 steps 7 days every day, reduce it
mhm,
to 3 to 4 times a week, right?
okay.
And then those
Mhm,
other days, so let's say Monday to Thursday, you walk 15,000 steps. The other days, you walk less than that, 11, 12K.
mm,
The difficult part is not doing too much. Because I know it gets addictive when you're used to doing
mm,
10,000 steps by 10 a.m., then do another 5,000 steps by when I knock off.
mm.
You're gonna have to hold yourself now and
Yeah,
tell
ke re ba re
yourself that
inspire bo Violet le bo Velepi mo ba re inspire ke re no man, guys, this is possible, just go out,
mm,
you you just stop driving. Like, no, I can walk most because
yeah,
I can do, like, for me it's not a competition, but it's an inspiration to say, man, it's
yeah,
possible, Kanti, why can I not reach my step? Because
yeah,
and I've been struggling it's to figure out what I can do, what I cannot do. Wabo.
yeah,
So get okay, rather let me not focus on doing my steps, go miracle, whatever I can do, miracle, I can do it. But before work, I'm gonna walk there. At least I've got 5,000 steps. Okay, fihla miracle. But I have to walk back home. And in
mm,
between there's those steps, now going where then you end up usatli straight to fit somewhere at the end of the day, you're like 17, 18, or even
mm,
20,000 steps.
eh, eh,
And yeah, le dijo, like fasting, a ke sa lebelela nako, gore
it's
5 hours
easy.
e fela neng. Yeah, I eat when I'm hungry, of which nako e nngwe I
Yeah,
go like 7 hours fasting. And
sure.
then o kry-a gore at the end of the day, I've had just breakfast and dinner, and then I don't have
Mm,
lunch. But yeah, what I've figured out, gore, I think ke a lapa. Maybe I'm doing a bit too much, and
mm,
maybe mmele wa ka wa tlwaela nkere
mm,
o walk the way ke walkang ka teng. So I was like,
mm.
okay, like what is it that I can do to just balance? I still don't want to do 11,000. I ke fitile mo, I
Magatla
just
mo
wanna.
fokotse. That's the reality. You have to do less. If your
Mm,
body's complaining, you know, if it was something else, Jorge, coach, this is too easy. I still feel strong. I still sleep.
mm,
I still have good appetite. Then I'm like, okay, clearly you can do more, Mara. Your body is saying no. Your body is saying, eh. Your body is saying,
mm,
I am too tired, you know? And if it's every day, every week, it goes back to that thing of cortisol. Who Khonse, she asked about cortisol, signs of cortisol, and I mentioned Jorge, if you're always tired, if you're not recovering, that's a sign of cortisol, right? Your body's
mm,
too stressed. I understand you're working on your health and fitness. What you're doing is going to benefit you in your health and your fitness. But if it's causing you not to recover, that means it's not going to help you long term because your body is fighting against you. So with you, like I
mm.
said, you have to treat your days where you're doing 15,000 steps plus like a workout, right? Because you're
Okay.
doing way more. So that's what I'm saying. 3 to 4 times a week. You see now, it's not a matter of working hard. It's about being organized. So in
Mm,
your weekly planner, your calendar, you'll know, okay, Tuesday, I'm seeing clients, so I can do my 20,000 steps. Wednesday,
mm,
I'm working from home. You know what? 11,000, 12,000, maybe 13,000 is good enough for me.
mm.
But 3 to 4 times a day, 3 to 4 times a week, you'll do your high steps. The other 3 to 4 times a week, you'll do less.
Yeah, okay, yeah, because like I haven't been sleeping
You see?
my 8 hours. Ke fihla lata and then I wake up very early in the morning. Like at
Yeah.
the moment I'm talking from my bed. I'm like, I'm so
Mm,
tired.
mm,
How ke sa dutse ke a otsela. Like it's so
mm,
bad. But yeah, I just wanted to check gore,
yeah.
like of course I want this to be sustainable and something I can do for the longest time. I think my
Mm,
system is just shutting down because I've been pushing myself a bit
mm.
more than
And
usual.
and the worst thing that's gonna happen if you still continue like this, you're gonna get sick and you'll find yourself being sicker longer than usual. You'll have a 2-week flu, a,
Mm,
a 3-week fever, a cough that doesn't want to go because your system is tired. Too much
mm,
cortisol, your body's not getting enough time to recover, and you can only recover by what? Sleeping more. You cannot sleep, or eating
mm,
more. If you eat more, you're no longer in a calorie deficit. Now you're either maintaining or losing weight. I mean, you're either maintaining or gaining weight, and you're not in
mm.
the community to gain weight,
Yeah.
So reduce the steps and see. So even for this weekend, don't do your steps. I know it sounds crazy,
What do you mean?
don't do your steps, recover. Your body's the fact
Ngeke, you
you're in
high.
bed.
Soze.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean, guys? It's tough. I understand it's tough. It's
Hayi,
not a
soze.
it's okay. Then Monday, the way you are so tired now on a Saturday. Imagine Monday. Imagine how tired would you be Monday, and now
Are
we're
you
doing a
saying I
fasting.
must do 11,000 or what do you mean? Like, don't do your
Yeah,
steps?
do less. Like yeah, 11K max.
Mm.
Weekend. You're already doing 17, 20,000 steps during the week, and your body's complaining, do a bit less, and then you will find your balance. And then at a certain
Mm.
point, you may need to increase, but right now your body's saying no.
Yeah, at the moment. Yeah, no.
Mm,
But yeah, like this is one journey, like the other lady said, or it's so sustainable. Le nna ke di ratile dilo tša online, what. But
mm,
this is so sustainable. I think if anything, it would be my fault if I do fail, because no one time have you put so much pressure on us or really dirang. Nana going
mhm.
ke emetse gore o tlo update the profile or okay, no dira 11, e re 13, but you like
Yeah,
giving us that allowance to allow us to do the bare minimum, basically,
yeah. It's
So yeah, grateful for it. But yeah, I just wanted to clarify that ke bone hore ke tšwa jwang, but okay, I
mm,
start today then ke tla
yeah,
try because yes, I felt so bad. Because Coach Godwin o rile gonna ke je a bit more,
yeah.
and then I'm no longer used to having my calories e ya kwa godimo. I'm like, this feels bad. This feels so wrong.
Mm,
Ka titima
mm,
1, 2, 3 gore at least ke ska fetela ka kua, But yeah, I will
yeah.
I will do that. Thank you. Ke a leboga.
Thank you, Tombi. Hey, guys, it's tricky. It's tricky, Mara. That's why you don't look at the community or don't look at the bare minimum like a rule, like you have to, right? Look at it like frameworks, right? Frameworks, you take it, you put it this side, you adjust it a bit, but it has to work. You take the same framework, you put it this side, you adjust it, it still has to work. But if it's a rule, you have to do it like this. You start creating a lot of these bad behaviors, bad habits, and your body will never lie. If you're still doing 18,000 steps and you still feel fine, cool. Your body is saying, yes, let's go, let's go. But the fact that you're always tired, you're not sleeping now, appetites, soon you're going to be sick. And you're going to be sick for a long time. And you don't know, is it the weather? Is it my environment? No, your body is just weak. You've compromised your immune system. And now you're no longer in the journey for weight loss. Now you're in the journey of just becoming just healthy and not being sick. So it's tough, guys. It's a journey for a reason. You're supposed to experience these things. Our challenge is a little bit different. That's why you need to come here with an open mind, be able to listen, apply, and change your own life. So Kamahelo said, wait, members of that getting 20,000 steps, how's your lifestyle? What do you guys do to get to that number? Like I keep questioning myself, yo, guys, it's some members are like they literally plan it in their day to do 20,000 steps. For me to do 20,000 steps, I know that's gonna get to a point where I am doing 20,000 steps, but it you usually have to plan it out. Like she said, in the morning, it's 5,000 steps to work, another 5,000 steps back from work. If it's 5,000 steps to work, you know how long is that? That's 50 minutes. So if it's 50 minutes, she's planned out her lifestyle to leave the house an hour earlier so that she can do her steps. And then she knocks off at, let's say, 4 or 5 in Tombi. So if she knocks off at 4, she'll only get home maybe at around 5. She planned it in a schedule. So same thing with you, Kamhelo. Like like I always say, excuse me, guys. Like I always say, it's not about working harder or trying harder or praying harder. It's about being more organized with the tools that you have, which is your time and all these tools, the bare minimum, the scale and all that. So Luena Kamohelo, if you really want to do it, you can do it. You just need to plan it out. It's that simple. So guys, that was it. Today's session. Very powerful. Great questions. I'm glad that I was able to clear up a lot of these misconceptions. I'm glad that we are on the same page of the challenge that we're starting this Monday. Okay. So Zolega, you heard no oats. I know she starts with an X. I don't wanna say your name wrong. Kabisa. Hopefully I'm saying your name correctly. You'll teach me the next time. No amas. No amas. 7-day challenge starting Sunday until the other Sunday, the following Sunday. Okay. This session is quite a long session. I'll try to process it by today, but tomorrow latest, you'll have this session. Next weight loss community session is going to be this coming Wednesday at 6 p.m. If you're not part of the session the past Wednesday, ask Coach Godwin. He'll share with you the link. Don't just watch the session, apply the tips. To know and not to do is still not to know. A lot of people have heard about 10,000 steps, but they've never done it. So you don't know what you're talking about. But if you've at least done it once, you have the wisdom. So don't be afraid to apply everything that I share during these sessions. This is for you. It's for you. So if you want to increase the chance of you getting closer towards your goal, don't just listen, apply it, gain the wisdom. So now when people ask you questions, whenever you go through these challenges again within your journey, you approach it with confidence and you don't approach it with, Ish, how do I do it? Kamohelo, unmute yourself. Let's hear.
Hi, Coach.
Hey, Kamohelo, how are you?
Great, thanks. Now you. Hi, everyone.
Let's hear.
Oh, I don't know where to start, but yeah. In terms of there's a lot that has been happening, ne,
Mm-hmm.
with me, and I'm grateful that I'm not the only one who struggles with all these challenges. I thought I was like the only one, like, why
Yeah.
am I not getting tired? All these things, I understand. Not meeting steps, is it fine? I feel
Yeah.
guilty sometimes when I'm not meeting my steps or bare minimum, right?
Yeah.
So it's like uh the past 2 weeks since I started, I think I started on the 6th of August. Ne?
Mm-hmm.
I started on the 6th of August.
Okay.
I saw the progress,
Yeah.
clothes fitting in the belt, the holes that you used to use before when
Yeah.
you were bigger. You're not
Yeah.
using the same hole, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Meaning you can
Mm.
pull the belt more,
Mm.
the watch and all that, right?
Yeah.
And then I don't know what happened. Like for the
Mm.
past 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been checking my meals, steps.
Mm.
I've been tired. Like I don't even touch my phone.
Mm.
Understand? I don't know what
Mm.
happened, but
Mm-hmm.
I started getting back this week. I was
Good.
like, no, I said with myself, damn, like, no, man, something's wrong here
Mm.
because I'm no longer checking. Even the Fed Secret app is like, hey, dude,
What's
you haven't
going
been
on?
checking your food for two
Uh,
weeks. What's
uh,
happening here? I go,
yeah.
okay, I'm like, no, man, okay, this is wrong. And then
Mm.
to a point that I even forgot what I ate. So I was like, "Ish, but it's fine. I messed up. Let me start over."
Yeah.
Right? Uh, there was a time also you sent me to measure myself. Sent me like there's an option that whereby now on the trainer app whereby
Yeah.
now you have to measure myself. No, no, no. But I couldn't because I was tired. I didn't want anything to do with
Yeah.
walking, calorie checking, and all that. Like I was super tired. So
Yeah.
if I do get a chance to weigh myself and put the details, please also share it with me again
Yeah.
because I couldn't get a chance to fill in that information. And
Mm.
also, I feel like you didn't get a chance to monitor me or
Mm.
get like clear view of where I'm standing exactly. But
Mm.
and also when I was not tracking myself,
Yeah.
within that 2 weeks, believe me, I saw my hands coming back bigger again. I'm like, yo.
Mm.
It's a
Mm.
flop now because I
Mm.
gained within that 2 weeks. I'm like, yes. Okay, now I need to restructure, go back to the drawing board. You
Exactly.
see? And then what else do I need to? I think I have one problem again. Ne?
Let's hear. Yeah.
Uh, I eat less at work. I need to
Mm-hmm.
stop eating with people. That's one thing
Okay.
I've realized. Because
Mm.
of when I eat using someone else's stomach, it's gonna affect me. You find that I
Mm.
eat breakfast, right?
Mm.
And then eat breakfast. I usually wake up at 4, so I
Mm-hmm.
start eating like around past 9, 10 after like
Mm-hmm.
5 hours or over 5 hours. And then I would eat my breakfast. I would usually eat I don't know if people know these blue ribbon squares
Yeah.
bread. Yeah, I would eat those, the whole wheat one and the oat seed one, right?
Okay.
And it would fill me like up until I knock off, right?
Okay.
But you'll find my colleague like, hey, dog, it's lunch. How is she? What's happening with you?
Mm.
And then coming to think of it, I'm like, no, man, I'm full, right?
Mm.
If I can decide to eat, maybe I can have like a little bit of 440 Coke Zero instead of eating a meal, right? So I need to also discipline myself in terms of that because of I eat using someone else's stomach, knowing very well that
Yeah.
I'm full
Yeah.
or still have energy I can push, right? But
Mm.
because of a person came to me like, dog, ain't you eating? It's lunch now. And instead I'm like, okay, let me go and eat, but a little bit. But I'm not supposed to eat because of I'm still fine,
Good.
right? So, those are the things I've been struggling with also
Mm. Mm.
in terms of that. So, yeah, I mean, oh, there's a lot, but I'm glad that I'm not the only one
Yeah.
who come across these things. And also, can I ask if people can like share their meals? I get bored sometimes eating the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get like other people's meals that have like low calories because of
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I don't know what to eat. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I even fast for longer because of I don't know what to eat or I just have like Coke Zero. So
Mm.
I don't know if it's possible if some people can like share their meals in terms of what do they eat that which is
Mm.
like lower calories
Yeah.
and also yeah.
You know, you know what you can also do, ne? Come.
Mm-hmm,
You know, on the Fat Secret app, it's such a powerful app. It's got everything. You go to the Fat Secret app, ne?
mm-hmm.
There's a section where there's like recipes. Have you seen that section?
Okay, wait.
Go to the
Let
app
me
now.
go on the app.
Then go to like breakfast.
Breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
So it'll show
Then
you
the
like
receipt.
foods. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
then like swipe to the left.
Yeah, I
It
can
says
see.
recipes, right? So you can use some of those recipes. There's so many. You can even
Mm-hmm.
change the filter and say under 100 to 250 calories, 250 calories, or over 500 calories. Can change the
Mm-hmm.
filter to under 15 minutes. Can adjust the carbs. Like, no, I only want my carbs to be 30% or 20%. There's
Mm-hmm.
many ways you can make, because even with the community, the thing is, somebody may post a recipe, but you're at work, you didn't see it, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
And the thing is, the main reason why we don't want to create recipes within the community, because since many people within their specific weight loss journeys before they joined us, they've either
Mm-hmm.
followed a diet, they followed a certain eating plan, an eating method. And once I come to the community and say, okay, here's a recipe that you can use, a lot of the members are going to feel forced to eat that recipe, forced to
Mm.
eat that eating plan. And my goal is eat whatever that you want, create your own personal eating plan that you like, based on the foods that you like to eat, affordable, taste nice, easy to cook. So that is
Mm.
why we haven't created like a go-to recipe, because I know a lot of members are going to feel forced to eat based on that recipe. So for you, go to Fat Secret, it's right there. It's got all like
Okay.
the Fat Secret community is very big. Like, there's so many recipes, so many. I'm not sure if you can see the screen, but yeah, there's so many. Just find the one that you like, and then just copy it, and done. You can just use one. There's like banana cakes, there's some mango cheesecakes, there's some seeded breads, there's some protein breads, there's many. There's many. And it gives you
That's
the calculation. So you just have to copy and paste, make it for yourself. Boom, there's your sculpting for the day.
okay. I was not aware
Yeah,
of that. Thank you.
yeah. And then with also
Uh,
at work, can I answer the question
mhm.
about work? So that's another big challenge for a lot of people. Your environment could be at home.
Mm-hmm.
People are not accommodating your weight loss journey at work. People don't care that you want to lose weight. Your partner doesn't care that you want a six pack by December. They don't care, and it's fine. They're not supposed to care. You need to care about your goal more compared to the next person. You need
True.
constant reminders. So that is why you need to be constantly plugged into the community.
Mm-hmm.
Constantly. Always watching, always looking, constant reminders. Because you already know what to do. The plan is simple, but that
True.
motivation tends to dry out. But if you see somebody just posted a meal, posted their calories, posted a comment, it will constantly remind you, you know.
Mm.
You need constant reminders. And the fact that you lost weight in 2 weeks, then you gained it again in 2 weeks, that means you are not really plugged in. That means you are working the plan, but the plan is not
Mm-hmm.
in you yet. The plan needs to be in you, and you need more time to work the plan to the point where a colleague will say, "Hey man, ke Friday, we got paid. Chicken has a nice special on wings. Let's go get." If you've been working the plan enough, you'll be able to say, "I know ke grant, but I'll go with you."
True.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
I know I'm good enough. I'm full, but let's go. I'll get our cup. I'll go there with you. I'll be there with you. And you won't even feel compelled to say, no, I'm in my weight loss journey. I've lost 3 kgs. You don't have to explain yourself to nobody. You can just say, it's fine. I'll go with you, but I'm fine. I'll
I
drink my
won't buy.
Coke
Yeah.
Zero. Yeah, you have to build that confidence in yourself, and you can only build that confidence in yourself the more you work the plan, because you've built up the wisdom and the experience.
All
You know,
right.
yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
You,
Lastly but not least,
yeah.
I'm still trying to sunk in the part whereby now you're saying the weight, you can't lose a specific fat in a specific area, like what's this, your belly. Your
Mm,
body is the one that decides whether you lose a fat the guy or it loses weight where. So my
yeah.
question, because I've realized, ne, I've lost the weight, but my belly still stays the same. Like I just took pictures, I think yesterday, and I'm
Mm,
comparing them. I'm like, yo, damn, these things look the same, but not the same. I
mm-hmm.
can see the hands, difference in the hands and all that, but my belly and the
Yeah.
back, ne,
Yeah.
these smaller parts more raw.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I still the same, man.
Yeah.
And then in terms of do you consider, I think just culture, there's a lot that you need to that consists with losing weight.
Yeah.
Yabo? And
Mm-hmm.
then is it considerable to go to a dietitian usually? So when now what's good for you, you need to do one, two, three in order for you to lose maybe for example weight, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
how or mukaba or how at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Mm-hmm.
sure if you're getting the point.
Yeah. 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 I do get it. A dietitian can help you, but I know usually for you to break that plateau of the belly, it's
Mm-hmm.
not really about only calories and the fasting, the steps. It's going to be the quality of foods now.
True, yeah.
At a certain point, you may need to be more intentional about body protein. I need to eat 60 grams, 80 grams, 100 grams of protein. What is 60 grams or 80 grams of protein in a day? Maybe it's 3 drumsticks, 4 eggs, and chicken liver or something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So at a certain point, you're gonna have to change your food quality, your food type, you
Yeah,
know?
I think
A
that's the
diet
problem, yeah.
a diet because right now you are losing weight, you still maintain a deficit, but would you say you're eating the healthiest foods all the time?
No.
You see, so at a certain point, your body will tell you that yes, we are losing weight because this was supposed to be a topic for today, ne?
Mm-hmm.
Calories determine your weight, ne?
Mm-hmm.
Macronutrients, which is carbs, fats, and proteins, determine how you look.
Mm-hmm.
Micronutrients, which is vitamins and minerals, determine how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
So if you really want to maximize how you feel, then that's when you need to really focus on how much vitamin D am I getting, how much is needed for me as a male, how much vitamin C, how much vitamin BK, and all that other stuff. If you want to change how you look, meaning, okay, the belly's going down, my shoulders are looking nice, flat stomach, my back rolls are going, you need to change your macronutrients, meaning, okay, I'm still in a deficit, Mara. Most of my calories, let's go, guy, protein. Most of my calories come from what? Healthy fats. Most of my calories come from what? Hi man, Siri. Most of my calories come from what? Whole food carbohydrates. That will change how your body looks. And if you just want to look at the scale go down. You have to change your calories. That is why you are losing the weight, but there's certain body parts, your body's like, "Aye, man, this is a clear indication that we need to start looking at your macronutrients." But your macronutrients won't matter if you're still not consistent with the calories.
Mm-hmm.
It's like school, right? Must get finished with grade 1 first before you go to grade 2. You can't be in grade 2 overthinking about grade 3 homework. No, you're in grade 2. Finish grade 2. The grade 3 homework will come once you're in grade 3. So same thing with you. You have to build that discipline, have to build that wisdom, that consistency in your current area, which is the calories and being consistent. Once you've passed that pass, that's when you're like, okay, now calories are easy, fasting is easy, I'm losing good, whatever. Now I need to focus on the types of foods. There's going to be another challenge. You will overcome it. And then you'll find, because it's a journey, remember, I failed. Your journey never really
Mm-hmm.
finishes. Because there's always an area where you can get better. There's always something you can
True.
improve, So I'll say for now, if you can have a full solid 30 days of just consistency, you haven't missed a day of tracking, you haven't missed a day of doing your steps, you haven't missed a day of fasting.
Mm-hmm.
Push, and then that's when we graduate and we move on to different things like your macronutrients, how much carbs, how much fats. Maybe you want to go to the gym now, those type of things.
Okay.
Yeah.
I said last but not least, but I have another question. As you
Hey,
keep
bro,
on.
I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Don't worry. Let's hear.
Okay. With also, I've noticed something when I'm walking. Ne, I'm not sure
Mm-hmm.
if is it only a matter of numbers, like walking steps, even if the pace is like slow, does it
Yeah.
count? Because I've
Mm-hmm.
realized, with it's the belief that I've made it within me. Ne?
Yeah.
If you're just walking like slowly as if like you're going to a spaza shop, ne? And walking
Yeah.
like with intensity, whereby now I need to basically do 10,000 steps within an hour, and the
Yeah.
pace also matters.
Yeah.
Does does the pace matter? And then or you can, as long as the numbers are up, like you're walking
Mm,
normally, or the pace does matter because
mm,
of now. Sometimes when I get tired, I just walk normally just to get to the 11,000 steps. But
mm,
ne, yesterday I have an
mm.
option on my watch. Ne, whereby now when I'm outside, I have an option whereby now I can do like an outdoor walk. Ne?
Yeah.
It's gonna check, of course, the GPS and everything and see that I'm
Mm,
outside. And then as
mm,
soon as I start clicking it, yeah, it's gonna start
mm,
counting. It checks my pace. Let me check what else. My
Kilometers.
pace,
Mm.
kilometers, my heart
Ah.
rate at that time.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Am I burning fat as I'm
Mm,
walking
mm.
and all that.
Yeah.
And also, and that's when I thought, oh, no, man, the pace also matters because of as you
Yeah.
move faster, you
You're
keep
burning
on you're
more
burning something
calories.
unlike walking normally.
Mm,
Yeah, you're burning a lot of calories, unlike walking normally as if you go into a shop, you're not rushing and all that.
mm. Okay.
So I wanted to ask
Yes.
if, yeah.
It does. The pace does influence. Because um because you're exerting yourself a little bit more, you know. That's
Mm-hmm.
why. Like right now, because I know I don't have time. By December, I need to be a full-on scorer. If I had time, I would still be doing most of my steps outdoors, taking my
Mm-hmm.
time, listening to my podcast. But now, since time
Mm-hmm.
is a big factor, I need to start doing a lot of my steps. I'm still walking, but I'm doing my steps
Mm-hmm.
on the treadmill. Because on the treadmill, the pace is set. Certain
It's it,
times on the
yeah.
treadmill, I know I'm burning more because I'm walking faster. And I'm not like if let's say I'm walking outside, I could say from this street corner to that street corner, I'll walk fast, right? Then from
Mm-hmm.
that street corner to that street corner, walk slower. On the treadmill, I have to walk fast throughout. So I'm able to
Throughout,
burn
yeah.
a little bit more calories. It feels more like a workout because that's when I'm starting to sweat. But usually if I walk for 30 minutes outside, I don't really sweat, especially on a day like this when it's overcast. But if I walk on the
Mm-hmm.
treadmill outside for like let's say 4.2 Ks, After 10 minutes, I'm sweating because I could feel like, oh, this feels like a workout. So to answer your question in simple words, yes, the pace does matter, but the biggest factor is what? Did you hit your step target? If you hit your step
Okay.
target with a quicker pace in a shorter time, that's even better. But sometimes you
Yeah.
may not have the motivation or the maybe doing your
True.
steps at work, wearing your formal clothes, and you trying to walk like this, and it might not work, So the pace does matter. So I think maybe certain days you can treat your walking like a like a workout. Maybe walk uphill, walk fast,
Yeah.
increase the pace, something like that. It does work.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm,
Thank you very
mm.
much.
Any other question come?
Uh, Not really, but if I do, I'll hit it up.
Okay,
Maybe on the group
on the app.
or community group. Yeah.
Okay, no, perfect, perfect. Thanks for the questions, man. These, I know they're not only going to help you, but also the other members as well.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Kam.
Sure, sure.
There's one question from Kabisa. Coach, we can't drink, but are we allowed to eat foods that contain dairy? So foods that contain dairy, cheese, yes, you can eat. Yogurt, yes, you can eat. Milk, no. Because usually milk, you add them in cereal or you add them in your like a coffee and your tea. Same thing with amas. So avoid that. Thing is, I don't want to be too technical because now someone's gonna be like, no, but coach, you can technically still drink a yogurt, like a yogi sip, but you cannot eat. I don't want to make it too technical. Try it by all means. If dairy is something that you consume a lot and you drink it a lot within this challenge, no dairy. Unless if it's cheese, because cheeses are solid compared to like a yogurt and a milk, you know. So also amasi, no amasi as well, Gabis. I think that's it, guys. Solid session, full on 2 hours. I'm gonna go gym now. I'm gonna go eat. Had my coffee, had my fasting. I did about 40 minutes of steps. I'm gonna post. I feel strong. Hope you guys are also feeling strong, feeling motivated. Also, these types of sessions are a reminder to put yourself in that mindset. It's hard to go back if you were part of the session, right? But it's harder to continue with your journey if you're not part of the session because you're not in the same mindset, you're not in the same environment. We're in the team of winners. Members are losing weight, members are winning within the community. Yes, we're going through challenges. Some members are going through challenges of food, some members is the steps, some members could be beliefs. There's many challenges. Challenges are part of the journey, but what is your overall feeling? Feeling strong? Feeling motivated? You should be feeling that way after today's session because you've gained the knowledge. Now let's apply the knowledge and let's gather the wisdom through your own experience. And on Wednesday and Saturday sessions, I want you to share your experience so not only you grow, I also grow as a coach because now I'm able to help you, but also all the other members are growing through your own personal challenge. So please, for those spectators out there and the ghosts who are part of the sessions, part of the community, but who don't contribute, please discontinue your ghost membership, discontinue your spectator membership. I want you to contribute to the community. I want you to do that. Don't forget, guys. See you Wednesday, 6 p.m. Monday, we start our challenge. This link, this recording, you might get it. I'll try my best today, but most likely you're gonna get it tomorrow. Don't forget your bare minimum, fasting, steps, calories. Don't don't put challenges that don't exist. You are the solution. You know what you need to do. Okay? Let's have a good one, guys. Great session. Great session. I need to take a picture quickly. Use my phone for the Instagram. Let's have a great session, guys. This was a powerful session. Powerful session, guys.